All right. I'll give you a couple minutes to do your spiel. So you're running for write-in for mayor in
No,
Portland?
no,
No?
no. I am. My name is Michael Cross. I'm the Republican nominee for State Attorney General. Our
Oh.
website is michaelcross4oregon.com. I served honorably in the military, and the only reason I'm running is because I do not like what our state is becoming, and we need law and order back in our state. People don't feel safe in their own homes, and that's wrong. That's very wrong. So, we do have issues. Oregon does have racist roots, unfortunately. That's why we were one of the last states to have the non-unanimous jury is allowed to convict somebody, and that stems from the Jim Crow laws, and that's definitely wrong. It took a higher court to overturn that, and so there is a point with that, and that needs to stop, okay? But we also need to have a peaceful dialogue to come to an agreement on resolving these issues without destroying and wrecking our state at the same time. That's crucial. So, that's the beautiful thing about our country with the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the state constitution, and is that that's how it works. It's like what's going on now is it makes as much sense as cutting off your own foot. We are a republic, we are a representative form of government, and so we elect these people, so there's no need to tear it down. We don't need to destroy what we have because we have the greatest nation in the world, and we just need to make it we can make it better. We can improve. We have the best justice system in the world. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. And when injustices occur, we need to correct it as soon as we can because justice delayed is justice denied, in my book. Again, the website's michaelcross4oregon.com, and I believe that Mayor Ted Wheeler is guilty of official misconduct, felony rioting, and I would also want to take a look at what's going on with the Multnomah County District Attorney. Why is he letting 80% of the people go that have been, causing problems with the rioting and stuff like that? That's not right. He's releasing 80% of the people, and by Commissioner Ted Wheeler taking away. I back the blue, of course, and with Mayor Ted Wheeler taking away the tools to quell these riots, I believe that makes him culpable. That makes him culpable and an accessory to any ensuing property damage and things like that, injuries. If there's a homicide, that makes him culpable and as an accessory as well. And we need to look into that. We need to definitely look into that.
I'm a little scattered today, so let me ask you again. You're running for Attorney
State
General?
Attorney General.
Okay.
State Attorney General. I'm the Republican nominee. And furthermore, forcible rape is up 60% in the last 8 years, which is the incumbent, Rosenblum, has been in there 8 years, unfortunately, 8 years too long. And assaults are up 40%. And so something's wrong, something's not right, and it needs to be looked at, it needs to be stopped. And it's just wrong. We need to get her out of there. She thinks she works for Kate Brown, the governor. Just because she's in the executive branch does not mean that she works for the governor. That would be like saying that if you're elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, that you work for Nancy Pelosi. So it's patently false. So if her position were an appointed one, perhaps that would be true. But of course she's an elected position, so she works for us, we the people. She's forgotten that. It's tragic and sad that I have to remind a twice elected judge and an 8-year incumbent who she actually works for. But when she made that statement, it's in her own words, it actually answered a lot of questions about her behavior. And some states do have an appointed attorney general, and if that was the case again, then perhaps she would work for Kate Brown, but she technically does not. And what's going on is very wrong, very, very wrong.
If I misunderstand the legal process, please correct me, but if you are elected to Attorney General, can you and will you pursue any indictments on politicians in the Portland or Oregon area?
Absolutely, because the law is applied equally no matter who you are. If you are the janitor in the Capitol building or you are the governor in the Capitol building, that's the beautiful thing about our country, is that the laws apply equally no matter your social status. And unfortunately what's going on is we have an elite class that thinks they are above everybody else, and that's wrong, and that needs to stop. There's actually, if you look at it, the Black Lives Matter, if they really want to talk about injustices to minorities, we have a lot in common. We just need to stop the destruction, and let's sit down and talk, and let's work it out, because unfortunately, again, Oregon does have roots in racism, and that needs to stop.
Can you tell us what qualifies you for the position of Attorney General and what you're currently doing now, what your history is?
Right. I served honorably in the military, and I've worked for myself most of my life. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a software designer, and I've also been involved in alternative energy generation from biomass through anaerobic digesters, things like that. And I love Oregon, and I came to the conclusion that I needed to step up and do something because nobody else was. I don't like what it's becoming. I love Oregon. I mean, from the valley, you can drive 2 hours and go skiing, or you can drive an hour and go to the beach. And I love the trees. I love, and it's like these politicians, these people that have an agenda to line their pockets and make their rich friends richer. All that needs to stop. And that's why, I work for the people, and I know that, and that's the only reason I'm doing this. So.
Okay. I have a question, a follow-up question. First, real quick, have you held any public office before?
I've never been elected before.
Okay, and then the second question is, do you have any connections or associations to any politicians that will help you navigate the legislature and the legal system if you do get elected?
Absolutely. We're already building our team of attorneys and investigators, and also from Project Innocence, which is typically a Democrat kind of a thing, but that's fine because, as I said, justice delayed is justice denied. And if somebody's been falsely convicted of a crime, then they need to be released. And the current Attorney General, she delays the release of people that were wrongly convicted of, say, murder. And, that's happened like with Michael Franke, his murder. I mean, that guy's still running around, and we don't know. And so he was wrongfully held, and she delayed his release by 8 years, and that's just wrong. That's mean. And this man happened to be a man of color, African American, black man, and there are several instances where this has happened, and we illustrate that in our website, michaelcrossfororegon.com. So it's like she's a racist, and I'm also wondering. The last interview that we had, she was coughing violently. I hope she's okay. I'm a little bit worried about her, and I'm wondering if I hope she didn't catch anything. Okay, so she's refused to debate me. We put 4 invitations to debate out there, and she's refused all of them. So I'm happy to debate her. If she watches this video, I'm happy to do that.
Great.
It's michaelcrossfororegon.com.
Great. Just to close up, is there any topic or specific idea that you would want to promote while you're running for?
Well, in the first 100 days, I want to investigate Ted Wheeler, and I want to investigate the Multnomah County District Attorney. That would be in the first 100 days, as well as the other stuff about office protocols and seeing what's going on now with litigation, what needs to be wound down for the betterment of taxpayers to save money, and what needs to be pursued more. I mean, there's so many injustices going on in the state. It's just tragic and wrong.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
Can you say your website one more time?
michaelcrossfororegon.com.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How are you? How you doing? It's funny. Wait a minute.